Hey guys, welcome to the Muse. Sorry, I've been off for a little bit on a hiatus because, life. Yeah, I had some things going on. But I wanted to take you with me today because I am headed to a very special place that I never forgot about. And I'm going to take you with me. So here we go. Hey, so I think I managed to finagle my phone to be able to have it to hold still so I could drive at the same time, because I will not use my phone, and it is connected to something in my car, so that way I don't have to worry about it. But I want to show you guys, I'm driving through the old neighborhood here. So I'm driving under this little train bridge we got going on. Yes, and this is over by the hydroelectric plant in Kankakee. Also a very popular fishing spot. I used to fish over at the other way over there. Big shout out to everybody, all the fishermen that, fish over there. It's a nice spot. Really awesome people. Having issues with my camera now, of course. But anyways, going over the bridge. You'll see here, ooh, isn't it pretty? There's a bridge, there's a dam. Hey everybody, welcome back. I think if you've seen an episode before, you'd recognize this place. This is where I let go of our little friend. Yeah, they've done some clearing. Not gonna lie, I'm not too happy about it. They cleared up everything and tore down a lot of part of the forest. It's got me miffed a little bit. But yeah, we're at the Kankakee State Park River, and you can see here, it's really nice. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna take a look and see if those bluebells are ready. Welcome back. So I am parked. Now I parked all the way at the end of the parking lot, like literally the very end. And so right where the end is, there's a bend here and a pathway. Come join me. There's some fishing guys over there. They're like, where's she going? I'm taking the pathway. So yeah, I am in Kankakee. This is the back of the woods near the Chippewa campground. Yeah, this pathway leads to the back of the Chippewa campground and is between the campground and the river. Yeah, as you can see the river behind me there. So, excuse me, just had a banana. So, I like to go through here in the spring. Not sure if I'm a little early. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's a dried up briar saddle right there. But this is a really nice trail. You could stay on the trail. You could still walk through it, get the whole forest feeling, but not still walking a nice pathway. Now, the trail, if you go near the Chippewa campground, they do have paved sidewalks, which are a little bit better to walk on for other folks. But if you're an adventurer like me, and you just like to do everything the hard way, this is your best bet. Now, I don't think the bluebells are up just yet. I'm looking here, and basically all these little sprouty guys that you see all on the ground are the bluebells. They're just getting started. The ground that I could feel feels pretty dry, in all honesty. Yeah, it's mid-April already. It's, I believe, April. Ooh, I just turned around on myself. Hi there. April 16th, and am I still recording? Oh yeah, I still am. Yeah, it's about April 16th, and You know, truth be told, we didn't really get too much rain. We've really been getting these like terrible storms, which are really annoying. I'm not a big fan of the storms. They're kind of on steroids a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I think there's manipulation and they're making it worse. I know we sometimes get, I don't know, we haven't been getting too many storms late, like not enough rain, you know, like regular good April rain. I think that's what we need the most around here. Ooh, look at that. Boy, that one's covered in oysters. Yeah. So, I like to go walking through here. I guess it's probably going to happen more towards Easter time, which is this coming weekend. So we still got about a week left until Easter. And I remember last time when I went walking through here in Easter, it was, oh, something to behold. It was so gorgeous. I will take you guys back with me when we go ahead and we do some Easter walking through the Kankakee forest so we could get to see the bluebells. I wanted to take a look just to see where they were at, but as you can see, there's really not that much to see. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a week, you know, gotta give the plants some time to sprout, especially give them some rain, you know. The plants get enough rain, you know, then you're really gonna see something, you know, then you're really gonna get a show. But right now it's just kind of like, you know. Still pretty though. I love to go walking through the forest. Sometimes me and Margaret, we go together too. It's a lot of fun. She gave me the idea though, thinking that maybe, ooh, well, we're getting some new good signs here. Look at these guys. They're coming. Oh yeah, they're coming. Yeah, just gotta give them some time, you know. Sometimes, you know, things don't happen right when you think they're gonna, but they will. Just gotta wait for it. Ooh, got some patches here. Let's take a look. They're just starting to open. Ah, yeah, this is the field where they usually are. Usually they're loaded with bumblebees. That's that. Yeah. It's a beautiful field. Usually the bumblebees, they'll be kind of screaming at you when you're walking through, so do not ever leave the path or you will be sorry. But, take a look. Further this way, and the pathway just leads upwards, keeps going, and you're just lined with beautiful carpets of bluebells. Beautiful bluebells. Yeah, they're all coming up now. Yeah, so I'd say right now is the beginning of the bluebells, and this will last up until about let me see, today's like Wednesday. Easter's on Sunday. Yeah. So I'm thinking, yeah, we got probably about another week and a half left of this glory right here. So yeah, I'm going to post it right now, or probably as soon as I can when I get home, just to let you guys know. Come to Kankakee for the bluebells. They're absolutely beautiful. There's lovely trails that lead. So I'm going to show you that kind of, they wind all throughout the park, so you don't have to worry too much if you don't If you want to do something more adventurous, you could do this. Or you could stick to the paved trails and walkways, which are also lined around the park, so you have those as well. But we're going on an adventure today. I'm taking you with me. Oh, look at the bluebells. So many. Look at all those bluebells. And this path is really nice. It's, I mean, yeah, you gotta watch where you're going, but it's not terrible, you know? You can see where you're going. Just watch out for a little stump here and there. But other than that, it's a very lovely walking experience. I feel like I'm in one of those pictures that you see on your computer screen, yeah? Because I used to look at computer screens all day. I hated it. I worked in pharmacy for quite a number of years, reading prescriptions, medical charts, things like that. And then they made a computer algorithm and fired a bunch of people like me. Yeah. So that's where that's going these days. I got lucky though. I found another job, you know, but it took me a while because I'm not vaccinated. You know, that's still a problem now. And I'm sorry, I know this is supposed to be a garden channel, but just got to air my grief with that. I'm a human being and I don't like to be experimented on. And with what we're learning now, I'm very unhappy. Now, working in pharmacy, you know, no lie, I kind of saw red flags and I already knew the lowdown, what was going on. I'm not going to specify. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you just don't. Ooh, I think there's a deer over there. But yeah, it was very hard for me to find a job, so I'm not happy about that. But I was very lucky. I did find a place that I work at, so I get kind of busy. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to film. And then I don't know how much longer we're probably going to live in our townhouse now. Like, someone new bought the building and we might be leaving, so I don't know. Like, man, you know, as soon as I start to get comfy somewhere, I don't know, it's just time to go somewhere else now. So we'll see. I do want to pursue on the channel what Margaret mentioned, and I thought that was kind of cool how, you know, we could go on trail and hike adventures throughout Illinois, throughout central Illinois, hey, maybe even other places. You know, just exploring, just going there. You know, it opened up my world. You know, I was not used to driving around out in the country. I'm from Chicago. You know, places scared me that didn't have bus service and, you know, like sidewalks and things. But, you know, you got to change your point of view a little bit. And, you know, I got out of that. I broke out of the matrix. No. Not really. More like had a nasty divorce and had to go somewhere else. You know, it's funny, the bad things that happen to you, sometimes, you know, it's God's protection. I had to get away from the city. Well, I'm kind of a second-class citizen there now. Like, at least in places like Chicago or, say, California or any other jerky place that discriminates against people like me. I don't appreciate it. And, you know, if it's wrong to do it to the Jews, it's wrong to do it to you too, right? I don't appreciate human experimentation. So that's all I gotta say for that. But things worked out in my favor. I got very lucky. And I've met some wonderful people. Big shout out to Champaign. I do have a job in Champaign. I don't want to make anything controversial, so I just won't mention where. But, you know, they've been very good to me and they're wonderful. And I like my coworkers. I like where I am. So it's a it's a comfy place, and I'm just thankful to God that I'm there. And that I'm here today with you guys. Because that's what matters. You know, in the end, you got to take all that stuff that's holding you down, and, you know, sometimes you just got to pay attention to other things. Like these beautiful bluebells here. I'd really like to take you guys on the adventure with me. If anyone's interested, I was thinking of getting a group together. Me and Margaret, we were thinking about calling it Happy Trail Friends. Yeah, Happy Trail Friends. And just, you know, if you want to show up, if you got $20 to contribute, that would be nice, you know, to kind of help us get things started, get things rolling. It'd be a really nice meetup group. It'll be woman friendly. You know, so that way, you know, if you want to go on hikes like this, but you're too scared to go alone, I get that. I bring knives. I bring a lot of stuff. So if something's going down, I'm going to make sure they regret they ever tried. But at the same time, not everybody wants to do that. I get it. And that's cool too. And that's why I think we could have a really nice meetup group. And, you know, we could just meet at places different times a year to kind of, you know, just appreciate what we have here. It breaks my heart to think that, you know, these things, they're here and they're just like, here, look at me, you know, and nobody gets to see that. I want you to see this with me. So, on our way to the Chippewa campground in just a sec. Okay, so the trail is back that way, and then right when you get to about this way, you can walk out into the field. Hopefully not where someone's trailer is. Yeah, there's no trailers here. But yeah, this is the Chippewa campground, and along the edge here is where the trail was that we were just walking, the Bluebell Trail. In between the campground and the river. Yeah. And then the nice part is you want to go for walks or oh, look at this. It's just carpeted in white flowers. Look at all the baby flowers. Look at them. They're beautiful. Whole place is just carpeted in flowers right now. Yeah, and it's got lovely little benches if you like to walk the puppies and things like that. It's quite lovely. It also has bathrooms. See out there, has like some very average, decent, you know, bathrooms in various places in the park, which are clean. They are clean. Not full of like meth needles or anything like that. Yeah, none of that stuff here. This is a nice, clean park. And they're also open for camping, so you can camp here, which I think is pretty awesome if you're coming from out of state, you know, or you just want to walk around. You want to stay in Kankakee, but you don't want to, you know, get a hotel room. Hey, bring your RV here. They have RV parking. So yeah, this is the Chippewa campground, and then that was the Bluebell Trail that I was just at. So that's kind of my trip to Kankakee. I like to come over here every once in a while and, you know, just spend time. There's still more trails that go straight across that way. There's just so much more to see. You have no idea. So just wanted to show you guys what there is to see. Thank you for joining me here at the Kankakee State River Park and also the Chippewa Campground. Thank you so much.